Hello guys, it's Jashandeep here. Well, in today's video, I'll be explaining you that what is a full-length process to get PR right here in UK. Here we'll be talking about two different processes. Number first being the 5-year route which is available to get PR right here in UK. So this 5-year route will be applicable both for the undergraduate students and also for the postgraduate students. In the second half of the video, I'll be talking about the 10-year route which is available, and that in most cases will be applicable only for the undergraduate students. But however, it can be rarely applied for the postgraduate students as well. So this will be the basic overview of the video, and let's straight away get started with today's video. By the way, I make all the content related to student life, making their life easier, so consider subscribing if you're interested in all such content. So firstly, I'll be talking about the 5-year route which is available right here in UK to get a PR for yourself, and this is available both for the undergraduate students and also for the postgraduate students. So the very first step is to actually select a course of interest for yourself, and I really want to emphasize this point. Please select a course. The subject which you're selecting, you should be really passionate about that subject. Please don't select a subject which isn't relevant for yourself. And once you have selected the course which you're really passionate about, then is the next step to actually look for the university for yourself. And if possible, if you're getting a university which has got high rank, that will be a bonus for yourself. Now let's say that you've got an admission right here in university. For an undergraduate student it will be for 4 years or 3 years, and for a master student it will be for 1 year. And let's say that you have passed your course thereafter. And I want to also highlight a point that whenever you are doing your studies, please try to pass out with a degree having a distinction. By distinction I mean you should be getting more than 70% of mark, or you should be getting first class degree, as this will be really important for you guys in the initial screening to get a job for yourself. So now let's say that you have graduated with relevant degrees for yourself. Now once you have done your graduation, now there is a new scheme which is being introduced by the UK government, which is a 2 years post-study work visa. So basically you will be automatically transitioning into this post-study work visa. So in this particular period you can do any kind of job for yourself, you can do a full-time job for yourself, and this is opportunity. It's a great opportunity, great advantage for yourself, that you can save your money to repay your educational loan if you've taken any back from your country. So now the basic reason behind introducing this scheme is actually to give you guys the opportunity to look for tier 2 general work visa jobs, and this is something which I want to expand right here. And this is just something which will link back to the PR later on, which I'll be talking about. Now whenever you are looking for a job, when you're on a post-study work visa, my main advice is that please go to a government website. Once you go to the government website, let's say you've got interest in chemistry as an example. I'm taking my own example. For example, I've got interest in chemistry. So before actually applying to any jobs, I'll be looking to the government website. I'll be finding out that which all companies can actually sponsor me. So might be I'm applying for a company, and at the end of the day, let's say I've got a fully successful job with them. However, if they can't sponsor, that job is of no use, so you can't get PR after that. So it is really important for you guys to actually go to the government website, look out for the companies which can actually sponsor you for the tier 2 jobs. Let's say in my case I find a company known as Procter & Gamble as an example. So if they're doing the sponsorship, I'll be going to their application form, I'll be going to their website, I'll be filling out the application form, and in the application form, as I told initially, if you've got distinction, it will be helping out in the initial screening, and thereafter if you've got the relevant skills, you'll be passing your interview stage as well. Now let's say that you've got an offer from an approved sponsor. Now the next stage is to actually achieve the work visa. Now here as well, the UK government has made a bit of distinction where they have introduced a point-based system, that in order to get this work visa you will be requiring 70 points. I've already explained this in very depth. I'll be putting that video out in the description below. However, for the sake of this video, I'll be quickly going through this 70-point system. So let's say you get 20 points because you've got a job from the approved sponsor, because you checked from the government website. And after that you get 20 points if that job is at appropriate skill level. By skill level they mean that if you're getting any job which requires a qualification of A level or higher than that. By A level I mean +2 class or more than that. If you've passed your +2 class, any company requiring qualification of +2 class, if you apply for that job, they're approved with the sponsor, you can still get this 70 points, and you will, for that particular point, you will get 20 points. So you've got 40 points in total, then 20 points for your salary if you're getting more than about 25 something. I'll put in this table here, you can have a look on that. So after that, you've got 60 points, and 10 points are for your English subject. And there are few of the points which are tradable as well. So for example, if it's a shortage occupation, you can transfer that points accordingly. So I've gone through this process a lot much depth in the video which I've posted in the description below. Please feel to check out. Now let's say that once you have got this 70 points, now is the right time to apply for this work visa. So you've achieved 70 points. Now let's say you're on work visa. So for this work visa, in order to get a PR for yourself, you have to spend 5 years on this work visa. And there are few of the restrictions as well, such as you have to not go to your own country, or you have to not be outside of UK for a certain period of time. If you be out of that country for longer than that, your work visa will be getting cancelled. So there are certain restrictions in which you have to work there. However, you can work full time. So let's say 5 years you spent on this work visa, and this is why it is known as a 5-year route. After 5 years of transitioning, after 5 years of work, then you will be applying for a PR, and PR is known as indefinite leave to remain right here in UK. And here I also want to highlight a point that in order to get ILR, indefinite leave to remain / PR, permanent residency, you also have to give a life of UK test. And this life of UK test, actually it's a kind of a test which they will be asking you about geographical, historical questions regarding UK, and you have to be prepared for that. And this is a lot much controversial test, and it is actually being changed as well. So it is still in discussion, but I can't give a proper judgment with regards to that. Now let's say that once you're on ILR, so ILR doesn't mean that you've got a British citizenship. So on ILR, you have to stay for 1 more year right here in UK. You can also go back to your country, but for a certain period of time. So it is again back as like when we had a work visa, you had kind of a restriction that you can't go for a longer period of time to your own country, or you can't go outside of UK for that much period of time. And same remains for ILR, that you can't go for a specific long period of time outside of UK. And once you have done that for 1 particular year, then you will get a British citizenship. And British citizenship, on that you can do anything you want, you can do any kind of work, you get all the perks, you all get the access to the public funds, and everything gets accessible to anyone who has got the British citizenship. So you're treated equally in terms of getting all the benefits, in terms of work, you can travel freely, no restrictions at all. So this is the 5-year route which is available for anyone, such as anyone who has done an undergraduate course, or if they have done a postgraduate course, or even they have done a PhD. This is the 5-year route by which you have to transition, and you can get indefinite leave to remain and thereafter a British citizenship. So I really hope that you've got insights into this 5-year route. Now I'll be explaining you about this 10-year route which is available, and in most cases this will be applicable for the undergraduate students. And why I'm saying so, you'll be understanding just after watching this particular segment. So first of all, let's say you're an undergraduate student. So as an undergraduate student, you will be staying right here in UK for 4 years, and you will be doing your university. And let's say you've done this 4 years of period right in your university, you will be automatically transitioning into 2 years of post-study work visa if it's available. So that means in total it will be 6 years of residency. Now let's say PSW is an opportunity for you guys to find a job, a tier 2 job essentially, and also you can save money for yourself. However, let's say you have been unsuccessful there and you haven't found this tier 2 job and you still want a PR. So in that case, what you'll be doing is you'll be looking for a master's degree as an example. So after the 6th year plus 1 year for your master's, you have 7 years right here in UK. Now what to do with 3 years? Now the only option left is to do a PhD for yourself, which is for 3 years, like for example in a chemistry subject, or it can be for 4 years as well. So this is a full 10-year period of time which you will be staying right here in UK. And if you have done this 10 years of residency right here in UK, you automatically get enrolled to this ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain, and you can apply for this ILR. Basically again the same restrictions, you have to give this life of UK test which I explained previously as well, so where they will be asking you all the questions related to UK, and also you need to be proving that you have the knowledge of English, which you can easily do by giving a UK NARIC certificate that you studied in this university, and they can kind of reflect upon UK NARIC marks, and that will be applicable, so you don't have to give IELTS later on. So this is the 10-year route, 10-year residency. Once you've done right here in UK, you can apply for ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain, and thereafter you have to stay here for 1 year to get a British citizenship. Again, same restriction that don't go outside of UK for a longer period of time. So basically this was overview of this 10-year period. However, let's say here that after doing your master's degree you have got a work visa as an example. So in that case you don't have to stay on your work visa for 5 years and then apply. In that case also, once you have done 3 years of work on the work visa, so total 10 years of residency, you can still apply through this 10-year route which is available. So overall, I really hope that you've got insights into that how you can get PR right here in UK through this 5-year route in a 10-year route. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video, and also make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed, and also make sure to comment your feedback right down. So thanks for watching and see you all the time. Peace out.